The hidden power of four-dimensional thinking. What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this video, your mind possesses a hidden superpower that most people never discover? A cognitive ability so profound that it separates ordinary thinkers from visionaries, dreamers from achievers, and those who merely survive from those who truly thrive. This isn't science fiction. This isn't wishful thinking. This is four-dimensional consciousness. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to unlock this mental superpower that's been dormant within you your entire life. The nature of four-dimensional consciousness. Picture your mind as a time machine, capable of transcending the prison of this single moment. While most people remain trapped in the narrow corridor of now, four-dimensional thinking liberates you to navigate seamlessly through past wisdom, present awareness, and future possibilities. This cognitive revolution doesn't just change how you think, it fundamentally transforms who you become and what you can achieve in this lifetime. Traditional thinking operates like a photograph, capturing only a single frozen instant. Four-dimensional consciousness functions like a living film, weaving together the threads of yesterday's lessons, today's opportunities, and tomorrow's potential into a tapestry of unlimited possibility. When you master this expanded awareness, you don't just live life, you architect it with the precision of a master builder who can see the completed cathedral while laying the very first stone. But what exactly sets four-dimensional thinkers apart from the masses who stumble through life blindfolded by the illusion of the eternal now? These extraordinary individuals possess the rare ability to simultaneously exist in multiple temporal states. They learn from the past without being imprisoned by it, they engage fully with the present without being limited by it, and they prepare for the future without being paralyzed by its uncertainty. This mental agility creates a profound sense of personal power and direction that most people never experience. Imagine walking through life with the confidence of someone who knows that every challenge is temporary, every setback is setting you up for a comeback, and every decision you make today is building the foundation for the life you've always dreamed of living. This isn't fantasy. This is the natural result of training your mind to operate across multiple dimensions of time simultaneously. When you think this way, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the author of your own story. The most fascinating aspect of four-dimensional consciousness is how it transforms your relationship with time itself. Instead of feeling like time is slipping away or that you're running out of opportunities, you begin to understand that time is actually your most powerful ally. You realize that you have access to infinite moments stretching both backward and forward, each one containing valuable information and potential that can be accessed and utilized in service of your highest aspirations. The revolutionary impact on your reality. Recent neuroscience research reveals something extraordinary about minds that operate in four dimensions. These individuals demonstrate measurably lower stress hormones, enhanced problem-solving capabilities, and significantly improved emotional regulation. But the benefits extend far beyond mere biology. Four-dimensional thinkers become masters of their own destiny, capable of making decisions today that their future selves will thank them for decades later. Consider how this transforms your approach to challenges. Where others see insurmountable obstacles, you perceive temporary chapters in a much larger story. Where others make reactive decisions based on immediate pressure, you respond with the wisdom of someone who can see how today's choices ripple through time to create tomorrow's reality. This isn't positive thinking. This is strategic consciousness, operating at the highest level. The most successful innovators throughout history shared this common trait. They possessed the rare ability to stand in the present while simultaneously accessing future possibilities that hadn't yet materialized. Thomas Edison didn't just invent the light bulb, he envisioned an entire electrical infrastructure decades before it existed. Steve Jobs didn't just create products, he anticipated human needs that people didn't even know they had. This is four-dimensional thinking in action. What makes this even more remarkable is how four-dimensional consciousness affects your physical reality in measurable ways. Studies conducted at leading neuroscience institutes have shown that individuals who regularly practice temporal awareness exhibit increased gray matter density in regions of the brain associated with memory, learning, and emotional regulation. Their neural networks literally rewire themselves to support this expanded mode of thinking, creating structural changes that enhance cognitive performance across all areas of life. This cognitive enhancement manifests in unexpected ways throughout your daily experience. You begin to notice patterns and connections that were previously invisible to you. Your intuition sharpens dramatically as your subconscious mind gains access to a broader database of temporal information. Decision-making becomes almost effortless because you can instantly evaluate choices against the backdrop of their long-term consequences. Risk assessment improves because you're no longer making decisions based solely on immediate information, but on a comprehensive understanding of how current actions fit into larger patterns of cause and effect. Perhaps most transformatively, four-dimensional thinking dissolves the anxiety that plagues so many people in our fast-paced world. When you understand that every moment is part of an infinite continuum, the pressure to make perfect decisions in real time evaporates. You realize that even mistakes and setbacks serve important functions in the larger trajectory of your growth and evolution. This perspective shift alone can liberate you from years of self-imposed stress and worry about making the wrong choices. Mastering the four-dimensional mindset. Developing this extraordinary mental capacity begins with cultivating what I call temporal mindfulness. This practice anchors you firmly in the present moment while simultaneously expanding your awareness across the timeline of your existence. Start each day with 10 minutes of conscious breathing. But here's the twist. While focusing on your breath, allow your mind to gently explore how this moment of calm will influence your entire day, week, and beyond. Long-term visioning becomes your navigation system through life's complexity. Instead of wandering aimlessly through your days, you begin each week by clearly defining where you want to be in 5, 10, or 20 years. These aren't vague dreams, these are specific destinations that inform every decision you make today. When you know where you're going, every step becomes purposeful. Every choice becomes strategic. Challenge yourself to venture beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone regularly. Four-dimensional thinking thrives on novelty and unfamiliarity because new experiences create new neural pathways that expand your capacity for future-oriented cognition. Whether it's learning a new skill, exploring a different culture, or simply taking an alternative route to work, these small departures from routine stretch your mental muscles and enhance your dimensional awareness. Self-reflection becomes a powerful tool for identifying and dismantling the mental barriers that limit your potential. Spend time each week examining the stories you tell yourself about what's possible in your life. These internal narratives often operate like invisible chains, restricting your ability to envision and create a different future. By consciously choosing empowering beliefs and reinforcing them through daily affirmations, you reprogram your subconscious mind to support rather than sabotage your four-dimensional aspirations. Navigating life's storms with dimensional wisdom. When turbulence strikes your life, four-dimensional thinking provides an unshakable foundation of perspective. Instead of drowning in the chaos of the moment, you learn to ask the transformative question: how does this temporary challenge fit into the larger story of my growth and evolution? This simple shift in perspective converts obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into setups for future breakthroughs. Your future self becomes your wisest advisor. Before making any significant decision, pause and consult with the version of yourself that exists 5 years from now. What advice would that wiser, more experienced version offer? What would they want you to prioritize? What risks would they encourage you to take? This mental time travel ensures that your present choices align with your future fulfillment. Change transforms from an enemy to be feared into an ally, to be embraced. Four-dimensional thinkers understand that change is the vehicle through which future possibilities become present realities. Instead of clinging to the familiar, you learn to dance with uncertainty, knowing that each transition brings you closer to the life you're destined to create. The ancient wisdom behind modern breakthrough. This powerful concept isn't a recent discovery. Ancient wisdom traditions across the globe have long recognized the importance of transcending temporal limitations. Buddhist meditation practices teach the art of observing thoughts without being trapped by them, creating space for expanded awareness. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about viewing present challenges through the lens of long-term perspective and cosmic significance. Indigenous cultures worldwide have traditionally made decisions by considering their impact 7 generations into the future. This indigenous wisdom demonstrates four-dimensional thinking at its most profound level, where individual choices are evaluated based on their effects across centuries of human experience. Modern psychology has simply rediscovered and refined these ancient truths through contemporary research and terminology. Creativity unleashed through dimensional awareness. Four-dimensional thinking serves as the ultimate creativity catalyst, transforming you from a passive observer of life into an active creator of reality. When your mind operates across multiple time dimensions simultaneously, you begin to perceive connections and possibilities that remain invisible to linear thinkers. This expanded awareness becomes fertile ground for breakthrough innovations and revolutionary ideas. Tesla's alternating current revolution emerged from his ability to envision electrical systems that didn't yet exist. His four-dimensional consciousness allowed him to work backward from future possibilities to present applications. You can apply this same principle to any area of your life where you seek creative solutions. Cultivate intellectual curiosity that transcends disciplinary boundaries. The most innovative ideas often emerge at the intersection of seemingly unrelated fields. By exploring diverse knowledge domains and connecting insights across different areas of study, you create a rich ecosystem of ideas that can spontaneously combine into groundbreaking concepts, balancing vision with action. While four-dimensional thinking expands your mental horizons, it must be balanced with decisive action in the present moment. Think of this expanded awareness as your strategic guidance system. But remember that the journey happens one step at a time. The most elegant future vision remains powerless without consistent daily actions that move you toward its realization. Develop what I call intentional presence, where every task you perform today connects directly to your long-term vision. This creates a powerful sense of purpose and momentum, where even mundane activities become meaningful contributions to your future success. When you can see how filing paperwork today supports your business empire in 10 years, even boring tasks become energizing. Small, consistent actions compound over time to create extraordinary results. Four-dimensional thinkers understand that massive transformations don't happen overnight. They happen through the accumulation of countless small improvements and deliberate choices. This perspective helps you maintain motivation during periods when progress feels slow or invisible. Overcoming the obstacles to dimensional thinking. The journey toward four-dimensional consciousness presents several predictable challenges that you can prepare for and overcome. Resistance to change represents the most common obstacle, as your current identity may feel threatened by the prospect of expanded thinking. Counter this resistance by implementing gradual changes that feel manageable rather than overwhelming. Start with 5-minute daily practices rather than attempting dramatic, overnight transformations. Fear of uncertainty often paralyzes potential four-dimensional thinkers. The unknown territory of expanded consciousness can feel intimidating, but remember that uncertainty is simply unexplored potential waiting to be discovered. Reframe fear as excitement about the possibilities that await your exploration. Every master was once a beginner who chose to move forward despite not knowing the complete path ahead. Limiting beliefs act like invisible barriers that prevent you from accessing your full-dimensional potential. These mental constraints often operate below conscious awareness, whispering that certain futures are impossible or that you lack the capacity for transformation. Challenge these beliefs by consciously identifying them and then deliberately acting in ways that contradict their limiting messages. The power to think in 4 dimensions isn't reserved for a chosen few. It's your birthright as a conscious being capable of transcending the limitations of linear time. Every moment you spend developing this expanded awareness is an investment in a future version of yourself who will possess capabilities you can barely imagine from your current vantage point. Your journey into 4-dimensional consciousness begins with a single decision to see beyond the boundaries of this moment. The question isn't whether you have this capacity. The question is whether you'll choose to develop it. Your future self is already waiting in the timeline ahead, hoping you'll make the choice to meet them there. The transformation that awaits you through 4-dimensional thinking extends beyond personal success into the realm of profound fulfillment and meaning. When you begin to see your life as an interconnected web of moments spanning across time, every experience takes on deeper significance. You understand that the challenges you face today are preparing you for opportunities that haven't yet appeared. The skills you develop now are tools you'll need for future adventures you can't yet imagine. The relationships you build in the present become the support network that will sustain you through future growth and expansion. This expanded perspective creates a profound sense of purpose that infuses even the most mundane activities with meaning. Washing dishes becomes an act of gratitude for your current abundance and preparation for the dinner parties you'll host when you've achieved your dreams. Exercise becomes not just about today's health, but about ensuring you have the vitality and energy to pursue your passions for decades to come. Learning becomes not just about acquiring information, but about building the mental flexibility and knowledge base that will serve you in future scenarios you haven't yet encountered. The ripple effects of 4-dimensional thinking extend far beyond your individual life. When you operate from this expanded consciousness, you naturally begin to consider how your actions impact not just your immediate circle, but future generations. You start making choices that contribute to a better world, not because you feel obligated to, but because you can see how present actions create the future reality we all share. This cosmic perspective transforms you from someone who merely consumes life into someone who actively creates positive change in the world. If this exploration into the hidden dimensions of consciousness has ignited a spark of possibility within you, I invite you to become part of a community that's committed to thinking beyond the ordinary. Subscribe to the Light of Wisdom and hit that notification bell so you never miss insights that could transform your understanding of reality itself. Share this video with someone who's ready to break free from the limitations of linear thinking and step into their full potential. Drop a comment below and tell me about a time when you glimpsed your own 4-dimensional thinking abilities. What future vision has been calling to you? What dreams have you been afraid to pursue because they seemed too far beyond your current reality. Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to take their first step into expanded consciousness. Remember, every master of reality started exactly where you are now, with the simple but profound decision to think beyond the boundaries of this single moment in time.